Sid Helen, Dance the Night Away. Great classics and the best new rock here on K106.3. Here we are backstage at Roger Sarnia Bayfest, 13th year, and this is the final night of the rock weekend. And we can say they saved the best for last. Well, because we have Max Kerman here from the Arkells. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. It's been a little while since I've seen you. You got the new haircut going.
Yeah, you know, it's getting pretty hot outside, so I figured I could use a trim.
Yeah. Just so you know, we were just talking to Metro 4, and they brought us some sunglasses, so I'm not sure what you guys have back there.
Metro 4 is upstaging us already.
Yeah. So welcome back. It's been a little while since you've been here to play anyway. I know you've got a lot of friends and family here, and I'm sure a lot of them will be out tonight, right?
Yeah. My parents are actually coming down, and we have some cousins and some friends that are all going to be out at the show. So yeah, I've always heard a lot about Bayfest, but I've never got to attend. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
You know, it's funny you say the folks are coming, which means obviously you're not going to be allowed to swear on stage. You're going to have to keep it PG. But
that's true.
The last time I saw the Hip at the ACC, Gord Downey's parents sat behind me or whatever, and every time he, swore or something like that, they went, "Oh, Gord!" every time, yeah.
They didn't bleep him?
No, they didn't. It was pretty funny.
Arkells don't swear anyway.
Why would you? There's no point.
Jackson Square, in my opinion, was probably one of the best debut albums from a Canadian band. I love the album, so I'm glad to hear that you guys have this new stuff coming out, and you recorded it in the Bathhouse studio, right?
Yeah, it was. We recorded it in February. We were up there for about 30 days of tracking, and yeah, the Hip have this beautiful studio up right near Kingston, Ontario, and Gord Sinclair would come out to the shows whenever we played in Kingston, and he'd always tell us that, you got to come by the studio and just check it out. And then when it came time to figure out where we were going to do the record, we wanted to be somewhere that was not sort of in the middle of the city, somewhere we could kind of get away from distractions and just sort of be together. And Bath, Ontario is just right up the road from Hamilton, so it was a no-brainer.
That's how he reels you in. That's what he did with the Trues too. He said, "Why don't you guys just come by and hang out?"
I know, he's such a he's such a sweet guy. Very, he's just very supportive of young bands, and we're really appreciative of that.
Yeah, because when I talked to Colin and John Angus from the Trues, they said their plan was just to go there and hang out, and they managed to stay there for a couple of weeks and record an album that they weren't really planning to do, and then they came out with this new album.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that, because I forget where it was, but we ran into the Trues guys while they were making that record, while they were between sessions, and they were just telling us, "Oh, it's so much fun," because the first floor is all tracking rooms. There's about 4 tracking rooms, and I don't know if the Hip even know this, but we used some of the Hip's gear that they had just left around, and we were like, "Hey guys, can we use it?" And the engineers said, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So I hope none of them are listening right now. But the Trues said, you track on the first floor, and then the second floor is like a bed and breakfast style, like just a bunch of rooms. It's really comfortable for a band of 5 guys to live and sleep, and there's a kitchen. You can make your meals. It's really comfortable.
I saw the tour of the whole studio in their everywhere.
Well, they did the album,
George Stroumboulopoulos kind of walked everyone through.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was on CBC. That's right.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. When's the new album coming out?
It's the release date hasn't been set, but it's going to be probably early October. It's probably what the fall is what we're looking at right now.
Okay.
But the idea is to have at least a few songs from the record before the record actually comes out. It's just a way of sort of getting people in the mood again.
Yeah.
It's great to see bands like yourself, get your chops, playing the bars and working the clubs in a small, intimate setting, and really getting, personal with the people. And then now you're doing the big festivals, not just Bayfest, but also Festival of Friends and some other big shows. For you, what's the difference? Between the club shows and these big festivals?
Well, for the big shows, we played Edgefest yesterday in Toronto, which was a really good experience, and it's exciting for us because the last couple of years we've sort of moved up in the billing every time. So the first time we played Edgefest, we were on at 12, and then the next time we were on at 1. Yesterday we were on at 3. So the more things progress, kind of the better time slots we've been getting, and the more people are familiar with our music. But it's ultimately, if it's Tragically Hip, these are the Hip's people, and they know all the words, and they're really excited to be there. And for us, it's a really good opportunity to play for people who are familiar, but also for people who aren't as familiar with the tunes.
Nothing sucks more than when you're going to a venue and you're playing the big show and you see the sign Puppet Show and the Arkells, and you're like, oh. Well, we got the bigger dressing room. Oh, bigger than the Puppets.
Yeah.
If you want to win this crowd, just do Hip cover songs.
Hey, we were thinking about
They wouldn't mind, would they?
No.
And use their equipment again.
You know what? You talk about the marquee and stuff, but the last time time I saw you guys was actually at a Blue Jays game. I was at the Blue Jays game.
You're at that game.
I was at the game, and I'm looking around, like, oh, they're right behind me, and then the crowd was like right into it. They played "Boss Is Coming," and the crowd was like, hey, yeah. You must were you mobbed a little bit after that?
Yeah, there's some well wishers at the game. Nick and I are big baseball fans.
Yeah.
So we try to sneak in a game whenever we can.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, let's have you talk a little bit about this first single, "Whistleblower," and then we're going to play it.
Cool. Yeah. When we started talking to the label and our management about what should be the first single, we really didn't have a preference, to be honest. Like, there's 10 songs on the new record, and each one we're really excited about. So we just said, "Yay, whatever you think's best," because we're happy to play any of it and get behind any of the songs. Okay. And so "Whistleblower," I think, it's a rock and roll song. I think it's funny. We were playing hip today. We in my mind, parts of it, like especially the verse, sort of feel like an old school hip song, and kind of driving, bass and drums.
Yeah.
So that's "Whistleblower."
All right. Well, welcome back to Sarnia. Have a great show tonight. And
thank you.
Looking forward to it. Max Kerman from Arkells, and here is the latest from them. It's called "Whistleblower" on K106.3.